What is going on YouTube? Sin City Guns here out in Las Vegas. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. It has been a very long time since I've posted a video, and I do apologize about that. I got all these great ideas for videos in my head, but just can't seem to find time between work and kids and life and all that to get it done. But as you can see here, I have a new toy, and I had to go ahead and shoot a quick video on this. I knew you guys probably would really enjoy this. This actually came in last week on October 12th. I was out of town for a few weeks for work, and my buddy down at Freedom Firearms gave me a call, said that this had arrived, and I got back in town last Friday, so I had to go pick it up. So as a disclaimer, I haven't actually had a chance to shoot this yet, but I wanted to do a quick review or a quick overview of it, and then I'll go ahead and do a review once I can get some shots on it. But here is my new Wilson Combat 9mm. So the awesome thing about this is I actually ordered this back on July 7th, and it was completed October 10th. So it took just about 3 months, so that is awesome. Wilson Combat is definitely caught up. They're not so backed up anymore. But here it is. I went with the burnt bronze color, and I ordered this directly from Wilson, had it spec'd out to all of my specifications. So I'll go ahead and get into this stuff here. I have the build sheet here, so I'm just gonna kind of read through it, and I'll point everything out. So, okay, first we have, let's see, the Armor Tough I did in burnt bronze, and obviously 9mm. I had them do an extended slide stop and an extended mag release on this one, and I actually also ordered a regular slide stop and regular slide release or mag release on this, just in case I ever wanted to like conceal carry this or anything like that. I went with the all steel model, so nice and heavy. I'll actually get the scale out and I can weigh it later. I did the light rail on it, as you can see. I did the serrations on the top of the slide. Thought that was kind of a cool look. Let me get the bag out of the way here. Let's see. I did the fluted chamber, as you can see there. I did the heavy machine chamfer on the bottom of the slide. That gives that bottom of the slide there that angled cut to it. Right there. Nice and smooth. I did wide cocking serrations on the front and on the rear. And you can actually see the difference. I have my other Wilson here, so you could see the difference on the cocking serrations there. So I think the wide ones are kind of cool. They're definitely more grippy, and they're more abrasive, and I really like that. I did the bulletproof one-piece magwell here. This one I think is even blended better than they did my other one. The other one here, you can kind of feel there's just a teeny little lip on this side right here that you can kind of feel. Other than that, this one is super smooth, but this one is just perfect all the way around. I mean, you cannot feel this at all. You can kind of see the seam there, but I'm telling you, you can't feel anything. There's nothing, no lip of any kind. So that looks really good. Hey, and I apologize if you guys can hear voices or banging in the background. I'm actually having my front yard and courtyard redone right now, so the guys are out there working. So I apologize about that. Okay, so then we went with the countersunk slide stop here, which I think gives it a really cool look, and yeah, kind of nice feel there. Flush cut reverse crown barrel. They just do a beautiful job on that. Then I did the French border on the slide, and I think this is really cool. Let me see if I can get this to focus here. So there's the French border there. You can see this is kind of like a little cut in the top of the slide. And I don't know if you could tell, but it kind of like at the corners here, so there, and there, and there, and then there. At each corner of the French cut, it actually kind of like tapers down. So it's straight on the bottom and it kind of tapers down like that on the top. And it's really cool. it looks cool. It gives it, from afar, it gives it that nice defined line. And up close, like I said, you can just really see the detail in that. See how it just kind of angles down there on the top. I thought that was really cool. I did not do that on my other one here. So you kind of see the shadow here kind of gives it that appearance when the top of the slide just rounds out. You can see that angle there, but I actually had them cut it in there. And I just think that's a really cool look. There's the two of them there side by side. All right, what else? I did go with the flat wire recoil spring, and I'll actually cover that in another video once I get some rounds through this thing. Let you guys know my thoughts on the flat wire, and I'll go ahead and take the gun apart. I did do the full-length guide rod. Being a 9mm, I wanted this as heavy as possible. I'm going to be shooting this in IDPA and maybe USPSA single stack, even though it'd be minor. But I wanted to make it as heavy as possible, so I thought that would be kind of cool. I did the checkering on the front and bottom of the trigger guard again. I just really like that. Like that aggressiveness of it. Let's see, checkered the rear of the slide. And then I got the same sights that I have on my other Wilson. Green fiber optic, and then they serrate the back of that as well. So the checkering actually is more aggressive on this one. They do all the checkering by hand. The checkering is more aggressive on this one than it actually is on my other Wilson, but it came out really nice. I did get an extra extractor, so I'll show you guys that. Wanted to have a couple of extra parts just in case. Extended mag release, got that. Ambidextrous bulletproof thumb safety. So I went with a smaller profile. Again, I might maybe conceal carry this at some point, but very positive. Just couldn't be smoother. Smooth on both sides. Yeah, and that safety is more than big enough for me. Let's see. Rear slide. Okay. I had them do the long 3-hole trigger, and then I had them lighten this trigger as much as possible. They will only lighten it so much without going through special steps. You have to sign special waivers and things like that. You have to get special approval from Wilson Combat, but I did have them lighten this up as much as possible. I told them I wanted it as close to, 2.5 pounds as they can get it, and that trigger is pretty nice. Yep. So yeah, did the burnt bronze, had them obviously leave the barrel bushing and the barrel and everything. They could have done all of this in burnt bronze if I wanted to. They just said that doing the barrel and the feed ramp and everything obviously would cause issues. That's not something I wanted to do, but they did offer it, which was kind of cool. I got the G10 Black Starburst grips. I just really like that. Went with the gold grip medallions, and I thought it would match pretty well with the burnt bronze color. Let's see. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it for everything I chose on this gun. So definitely wasn't cheap. Everything came with the extra parts and everything to just under $5. So definitely not cheap. But I was very pleased because my last Wilson, when I ordered it, took them about a year. Actually, no, I take that back. They had quoted me a year to 18 months when I ordered this one, but this one only ended up taking, I want to say it was like 6 or 7 months. This one, they quoted me 5 months from the very beginning when I ordered it, and it ended up only taking 3. So that was kind of cool. So just on a side note, I did ask them, these wider cocking serrations are actually something that comes on their Vickers model. I guess Larry Vickers is doing a run of 1911s with them. So I had saw that on their website and I really liked that. So I asked them if they could do that. And at first they told me no, but I guess they were able to do it in the end. They had called me back a few days later and said that they could, even though I wasn't ordering a Vickers model. But the only thing I did ask them, I asked them if they could move these front cocking serrations rearward. I wanted them right about here. That way, if I ever wanted to come over the top with it, you know, that's kind of where my thumb would be. These are just a little too far forward for me. But I was kind of upset. At first, they told me they could do the front cocking serrations and move them rearward, but then after a few days, they called me and said actually that's the one thing that they couldn't do. So I was kind of upset about that. So like I said, Wilson does a great job. They make an excellent pistol. It's by far my favorite 1911. I just love the looks of them. I love all the different features that they're offering. I just love the overall style and aesthetic that the guns have when they're completed. Oh, I did do the round butt too, right there. But yeah, I mean, that's just one thing I was kind of upset about. You know, they're just not truly a 100% custom shop. That's one thing that I was upset about. I would really like it if they were able to move those rearward. I do know a couple of people that have been able to order theirs and get their front cocking serrations moved rearward, although that was several years ago. They ordered theirs several years ago, so maybe that's just something that they're not doing anymore for whatever reason, but that's the only request they weren't able to do. But I think the gun just came out beautiful. Beautiful. Give you guys another look at it there. So I am going to be doing another video on this. I'm going to try and get out today or tomorrow and get at least like 250 to maybe even 500 rounds through it if I have enough time. I want to really get it broken in. And I'll go ahead and do another update video and kind of give you guys an update on it after I've gotten some rounds through it. Just great job. They had said they do all this checkering by hand, and I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. So it comes with two magazines. Comes with two 10-round magazines. These are the Wilson Combat ones. I ordered some extra mags, but they were actually out of all of their different style of 9mm single, or 9mm mags. The only ones they had left were the Vickers. I guess these are Larry Vickers models. One of these is a steel base plate, and then one of them is an aluminum base plate. This larger one here, I believe, is the aluminum, and then this one here is a steel base plate. These just come with plastic base plates. I've never had a problem with any of my Wilson Combat magazines except for the ones that they're coated in black. I've had an issue with those on my Wilson 45. But these Vickers ones are kind of cool, just like the Larry Vickers base pads that I have for my Glock 19 and 17s. They have these little notch system on the bottom, and I'm still not sure what these are officially for, but what I use these for on any of the mags that I use, I actually just will use these as a number system. So I'll fill this in with either paint, or I'll fill it in with a magic marker of a different color. Maybe on this one I'll use white or silver or something like that. And that's a good way to mark the mag. So, you know, you mark 1, that's mag number 1, mark 2, that's mag number 2, mark 3, that's mag number 3. So, and then the thing I like about it is I use paint on a lot of my other mags, just on their bottom portion, just the flat portion of the mag. But, you know, when I'm doing a mag change, if I drop that magazine, you know, what'll happen is this will hit the ground and it'll chip the paint. So what I do like about this Vickers design is if you get the paint inside there, it's kind of a little bit protected. I haven't had any issue on any of my Glock mags with the Vickers base plates. So it comes with the 2 mags. I ordered the 2 extra. And then I'll just go through the bag real quick. I know you guys have seen this a million times probably on other videos, but it is a really good bag. Nice little range bag if you're going to take just this to the range. So it's got space here for the mag, so 2, 4, 6, 7 magazines there. It's got a nice portion inside. It comes with the obligatory lock, and it comes in this, it comes wrapped in this cloth, and it comes in this bag. This cloth has some type of special oil on it, and it smells awesome. I know that's kind of weird, but I don't know what kind of oil this is that's on it, but it has this real distinct smell, and I really can't place it, but it's really it's very unique. So anyways, it comes wrapped in that. And then it comes with pretty cool Wilson Combat sticker. And it comes with a flyer for IDPA. It comes with their instruction manual here. And then it comes with another maintenance manual. And then they'll give you a free membership to the NRA and an envelope to send that in if you want. Then, this is all the quality control stuff here. So you get a little dog tag. You get a little dog tag here, Wilson Combat CQB, and it tells you the date that it was completed, and then also the serial number and the caliber. And then it comes with their accuracy proof here. It shows you what loads they actually shot it with and who actually built the gun. And everything's been checked off and signed off. And then here's the actual quality control final assembly checklist here. So they go through, prior to their final prep, all the different quality control issues they're testing and looking for, and it's got to be signed off. The final assembly, same thing. Test fire checklist, same thing. And then the final inspection. So that's just proof of the quality control that they go through throughout the process. And you know, essentially, that's what you're paying for when you pay for a Wilson. I mean, obviously, you're paying for the name, you know, you're paying for their specific designs and that notoriety of the name, but you're also paying for their quality and their quality control systems. And in my experience, it's been awesome. I have about 10,000 rounds or more through my Wilson 45, and this thing has just performed amazingly. And that's what you're paying for is that quality. So it also comes with this here, and this is specific instructions and tips for the 9mm 1911. It goes and tells you exactly what ammo to use when you're breaking it in. They suggest at least a 124 or a 147 grain when you're breaking it in. They talk about what ammos to avoid. They talk about what to do if you're getting failure to feed or failure to extract. They even tell you how to go ahead and shave a couple of rings off the spring. You can actually go ahead and clip a couple of pieces off the spring if you need to. So it comes with your barrel wrench here, and then also these are the extra pieces that I ordered, like I said, just in case I ever want to conceal carry this. So I have their regular mag release here, done in the burnt bronze. And then I also got their regular slide stop, done in the burnt bronze. And then I got another extractor. And then, yeah, I made sure they obviously checkered the back of that extractor. So that's something I didn't do when I ordered my 45, and I kind of wish I would have. That way, everything matches. It's getting the Armor Tough coating the same exact time that you do the rest of the gun, so everything will match, and you have some backup spare parts. I haven't had a need for them with my 45, but you know, you never know. I plan to shoot the ever-living piss out of this 9mm just like I did my 45. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the package there. And again, this bag is definitely a nice touch. It's just big enough if you're taking anything, taking just one gun to the range. I think they do a nice job. It's great construction, got a good feel to it. This cool gray color. So that's that there. But there she is, the new Wilson Combat 9mm 911 in all its glory. So I'll go ahead and get some rounds through this thing, and I'll do another update video, and then I'll probably do a comparison video between these two as well. Oh, just really quick, you know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and weigh this as well. actually, I guess not. My scale is actually out of batteries. So I will go ahead and I'll get to that in another future video. So I'll go ahead and do these things side-by-side comparison, and I'll maybe even whip out the STI 2011 that I have, and we'll do a little comparison on these guys. But I did go with the lightweight frame on this, so this is considerably lighter. I'd have to say this is probably about 1.5 pounds or so. And I want to say this one's probably a solid pound heavier. There's probably 2.5 pounds if I had to guess. Yeah, something like that. But there it is. Go ahead and give me any comments you guys got. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys want to see in the future. I do have my SV Infinity double stacked 2011 in 40 caliber. I got a call from Infinity last week. They said they're about 2 weeks out from completing that. That's been about, I want to say about, I think it's been about 14 months or so that I've been waiting on that one. So I'll definitely do a video on that. That should be a really, really cool gun. And I'll do a comparison between, you know, these custom guns here and then the other one as well. But give you guys one more look at them. There's my twin babies there. I just can't thank Wilson Combat enough. They did a great job. Shipped it into my buddy's gun shop over here on West Side of Vegas, Freedom Firearms. So thank you to Freedom Firearms as well. And that's it. I'll do another update video in a couple of days. And you guys shoot straight, Sin City Guns.